Hello again and welcome to the BAXEDM YouTube channel, and today we're going to make some more parts for the C-Arc. Today I'm going to focus on the wire rollers and two other parts. So the wire rollers that I'm going to make are these lower ones, this one and this one, made from 304 stainless steel, and this one here, same, also 304 stainless, and the Capstan rollers. So this grooved big one, also 304, and the smaller Capstan roller, also 304, and then this roller here is going to be just standard PVC plastic. So in my previous video I mentioned that I made these rollers from 304 stainless, and I actually did, but I intended to make it from a tool steel that can be hardened. However, somehow I forgot about that, and when I ordered them at the local job shop, I just mentioned that they should be made from 304 stainless, which is a bit of a mistake because they will likely wear and groove, and then I have to eventually swap them out for hardened wheels anyway. But it should be sufficient for now for testing when I have all parts completed, and then I'll see how fast these wheels wear, and I will swap them out later. So this wear, it happens because there's quite a high pinching force, but the same wear is not applicable for the other wire roller wheels. Actually, in my MK2 design, these two wheels are made from aluminum, and they have made many miles and they are still intact. So making them now from 304 stainless seems like a good choice. Okay, so next to these rollers, I'll also make this motor mounting bracket. That's this part. And I'll make the wire guide mounts. So inside the wire guide bodies here. So let's look at the upper body. I can turn off the flushing nozzle. So here's the wire guide, and it's screwed onto a wire guide mount. So when I turn this off, that's this part here. It runs all the way through the wire guide body, and it's threaded with M8 thread with a pitch of 0.75 millimeters. And I need to make this part for the upper wire guide, and almost the same one for the lower wire guide. The one for the lower wire guide is a bit shorter. So I will make these parts, I'll take you through the manufacturing process. Let's have a look. So here's a roller that goes on the motor, like so. And this is for the Capstan drive. So I'm going to put this on the roller ring. And then the Capstan is isolated, electrically isolated, because of this layer of urethane on top of the roller. So let's put it in. makes a super nice fit. Like so. Now we have an electrically isolated capstan roller. Okay, so there's a bit of a time jump for the video of making this part. That's because when I just started, the battery of the camera was empty and I only have one battery. And I wanted to finish the part. So I just finished it without having any video material of machining this part on my lathe. I do have some video material of the next day where I drilled the holes, which I will show now. Okay, here's the summary of the parts that I've made. So I've made two lower wire rollers, this one and this one. I made two capstan rollers, this one and this outside one. The inside is an OEM part. It's a roller with a urethane lining that creates the electrical isolation. I made the PVC roller with a standard steel bearing, and then the two wire mounts and the motor flange. And I also redid this part because in the last video I messed this up. Instead of tapping these holes, I drilled them through, which was wrong. So I redid the part and then drilled it this time. And yeah, that turned out really nice. So let's have a look at this mechanism, which is now finished. So the mechanism for the upper wire guide is finished. I've put it in a vise here, so yeah, you can see how it's going to land in the machine. So these two clamps are really nice. You can just open these like so, and then you can raise or lower the upper wire guide, and then lock it again in place. That works really nice. And then here's the novelty, the flexure. So let's have a look at how that works. So there are two adjustment screws here, and if I turn these I can very accurately set the position of the upper wire guide relative to the lower wire guide. So if I turn this counterclockwise, goes in. If I turn it clockwise, goes in that direction, and I could do the same for the other. And this is a really fine pitch thread, so I can very accurately position the upper wire guide relative to the lower wire guide. Now, this is really important for wire alignment, to keep everything straight and parallel. So here's another view. You can see the clamps on the back. And this whole thing, it feels extremely rigid and sturdy, and it is. And here you can see the spring-loaded plungers, one on this side and one is inside here. So the plungers keep tension on the flexure, such that when you unscrew this, it backs up. Otherwise, if you would unscrew it, it would just be loose. But now this is really very stiff in all directions, and you can very accurately set it. So yeah, really nice. So next up, in the next video, I am going to make the mounting plate for mounting all components, mounting the motors and mounting this to the mounting plate and some rollers. And I think the video after that I'll do the fabrication of the lower stainless steel jaw, and the video after that I think I'll be testing. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.